I'm just reviewing iPod Touch. I got it recently, and I love it. And let me mute my speakers. Okay. No, I don't want to mute my speakers. Damn it. Okay, I'll just put my Amazon on busy. Anyway, so this is the iPod Touch. I got it 2 weeks ago, I believe now, and I used to have Samsung P2, but now I'm singing a different tune, and I think iPod Touch is better. It's very advanced UI. One thing I have to say, my first impressions on iPod Touch, I was very impressed with it, and I love it, and it's really great, but the two negative things that I have to say about it: bad battery life, for one thing, and next thing was the cover flow. Cover flow is so useless. I mean, like, unless I'm just showing it off that it can do that, why would I use cover flow? Because when I play my songs, I want to play all my songs. Otherwise, I wouldn't have them on my iPod if I didn't like all my songs. So I want to play all of them. So if I select a song from cover flow, like directly out of the cover flow, and it's like this, then it's only going to play from that album from now on. And I hate that, and there's no settings to change that. It's so annoying. Like, I find it to be the most annoying thing ever. If there is a setting to change that, please correct me and tell me, because I would love to have it, but I don't see anything on here that's going to change it, so I think it's really annoying. And they should have made it more like iTunes. Battery life, I'll explain that. The battery life is pretty bad on this thing. I mean, they say that you can get about 30 hours of listening time on here, but you can, but maybe if the volume is at less than half, like probably like 25% volume, and the screen is off the whole time, then you can get about 30 hours. But if you're listening to it at half or more, and you fiddle with the screen a bit sometimes to switch tracks and whatever other necessities that you need to do, it's not going to last you all that long, because actually, the biggest problem I have with the battery is when you turn this off, it wastes a lot of battery to turn it off, and it wastes a lot of battery to turn it back on. So, also it turns on very slowly. Like, is it on? Yeah, it's on. Well, I don't want to turn it off and turn it back on because I don't want to waste battery. Oh, I guess it's charging, so I can do that. Okay. So we'll turn it off. See how friggin' long it takes. Still not off. Still not off. Still not off. There we go, now it's off. Okay, now, my music stopped because I was playing it from my iPod. Anyway, and now when we turn it back on, we'll see how long this takes to boot up this iPod Touch business. Okay, there we go. Now it started up, but that actually took a long ass time. Now also my battery, it's actually significantly lower than it was earlier. I find this so frustrating because, turning it off and turning it back on, you would think that, if you're gonna not use it for a little while, you would turn it off. But with the iPod Touch, I would advise you just don't turn it off. Unless you're not going to be using it for a few days and you don't have a charger, then you would turn it off, because that obviously would be the smarter thing to do. But if you want to turn it off for about an hour, or for like half an hour, 20 minutes, or in between class, or like during class or something, when you want to turn it off, don't turn it off. Don't turn it off. It wastes battery. It wastes a lot of battery. And it takes a friggin' long ass time to start off. It's like a friggin' cell phone. Like, it's ridiculous. Overall though, it's really good. Better than Samsung P2. Definitely. It's much smoother. Photo viewing is incredible. Video watching, it's really good because you can change the aspect ratio just by double tapping on it. There's no clipping files or anything. Everything is really great on this, and I love the YouTube and I love the Wi-Fi. I sit in my living room on Facebook all the time. It's really good. So, okay, so that's basically my first impressions of the iPod Touch, and I hope it was helpful to you, and maybe you'll go out and buy one. Could have got a pretty hefty price tag, but maybe you'll go out and buy one anyway. Okay.